This is another top 10 about the best Kingdom Hearts characters throughout the series. Welcome back to NDC, where we talk about news, discussion, countdowns, and much more type of various game series. This is another top 10 about the best Kingdom Hearts characters throughout the series. There are a few rules on them. Number 1, this is completely based on my opinion, so you'll probably disagree on something. Go ahead and nicely leave your opinion in the comments if you do. Number 2, this countdown will be original Kingdom Hearts characters, so no Final Fantasy, Disney, or World Ends With You characters. Number 3, this video will contain spoilers of the series. With that being said, let's begin. I actually have a few honorable mentions I would like to honor, I guess, and mention. Those are Ansem Seeker of Darkness and Zemnis. I just didn't have enough room to put them on the list. Alright, moving on to the real countdown. Number 10, Terra. Terra, the one that gave himself to darkness, and is the reason why Riku can wield a Keyblade, uses force and power into his fighting style. But he was afraid of losing one power. That's when darkness waited on his doorstep. Master Xehanort saw this and led Terra to become closer with darkness. In the end, Xehanort stole his body and became younger. He's not that high on the list, mainly because Terra is partly why we have all those Xehanorts we must defeat. He waits at the Keyblade graveyard in his armor, waiting to set things up. He might become a Seeker of Darkness, but I have a feeling the light still presides inside Terra, and he could break out of his prison. Moving on to number 9. Alright, Axel, best friend of Roxas, number 7 in the organization. Yeah, and he has a will to be a hot-headed character. He went down with the organization's trust, and especially Sciaxis. Eventually, he came between the organization and Roxas and Shield. He was meant to get Roxas into the organization, but he grew a friendship with him and Shield. He tried to bring Roxas back from this fake world, but failed. He sacrificed himself to kill hundreds of nobodies for Sora. He was resurrected, gained a heart, became Lee, his human form. There is a strong possibility he will be a guardian of light. Lots of people adore Axel and Lee a little more than me, because he's a fan favorite, so yeah. Everything about him has always had a consequence, one way or another. So give the guy credit for that. Alright, moving on to number 8. Okay, number 8. Alright, the wisest out of the Birth by Sleep trio, and yeah. Aqua was the only one to become a Keyblade master out of them. She is a powerful, talented Keyblade wielder that has a strong light, and the Birth by Sleep characters Terra, Ven, and Aqua all ended in failure, and Aqua had to help her friends put them in their places to wrap it all up. Now she's stuck in the realm of darkness trying to survive. She's pretty much always done the right thing, so her friends are okay, even if it's in jeopardy. As long as she has her light, she'll be powerful and strong. Next, number 7, Shield. Shield's just an embodiment of Sora's memories with Kylie. At first she was a faceless creature, but her ties with Roxas gave her one. She's used by a puppet by the organization, like a copy of Roxas. I'm pretty sure that Shield was a member because without her, Sora could never awaken. I'm not entirely sure what else. Yet anyway, she knew what was right. She had to disappear in order for Sora to wake up again. She chose that fate, and once you hear her true story, her death scene becomes so much sadder, one of the saddest in Kingdom Hearts history. So no one remembers her anymore, but she did the right thing. And that's what I call doing the tough right thing without getting any credit, whatever word that is. Now, number 6. Number 6, Ventus. The youngest and most defenseless of the Terra and Aqua, then never really showed of left to fight. At first, a lot of people mistook him for Roxas. Ben will do anything for his friends and will suicide himself. He actually did when he destroyed the Keyblade and defeated Vanitas. He fell into deep slumber because of his damaged heart. Eventually, his heart went to Sora to be fixed up. That's why Sora can wield a Keyblade. He is now still sleeping at Castle Oblivion, waiting to be awakened. It's time we see that guy in action. And just his power, being so young, but he chose this fate by himself, it's pretty cool. Alright, now on to number 5. Number 5, Ugly Master Xehanort. The foe that's behind it all. Master Xehanort is a smart and unpredictable enemy. The power of darkness goes to his aid, and it's unlike anything we've seen before. He made his own team of darkness that bear his heart. His origin is unknown, and might have ties to the Keyblade War and the Foretellers in Hero's Key. In the end, he plans to find the mystery of the heart, make a new balance of light and darkness, and create a new universe from the clash of 7 Guardians of Light and 13 Seekers of Darkness. These motives are very questionable and intriguing. This guy needs to be taken down once for all in Kingdom Hearts 3. He was a pupil of Master Ericus, Master Ericus' master, and nobody really knows what happens, who his master is, or if he became master or not by him, but he's definitely an intriguing character. Now moving on to number 4, Kairi. A princess of heart, meaning she's pure light, she had waited a long time for Sora to return to the islands. It didn't look like he was coming, so when she finds an opportunity, she goes to look for Sora. During her quest, she gets a Keyblade from Riku, managed to return home with friends. She is now training with Lee and Master Yen Sid. She's meant to be a guardian of light, but she never gets enough spotlight. That must change in Kingdom Hearts 3. We need to see her true power as a successor to Aqua, the mighty Keyblade Master. Kairi has really good potential due to Aqua's strength, and who knows how much power she can possess. So now moving on to number 3. Number 3, Riku. Riku went from being consumed by darkness to a Keyblade Master of Light. It's pretty impressive. At Kingdom Hearts 1, he had been the slightly cooler character than Sora, I don't think. Although, he bloomed into the new character that deserves her time. Riku is a very powerful Keyblade Master that is now strong in light. He'll try to do everything alone, taking on the threats of the world for light. He evolved so much from his past self, and seems to fight marvelous. Riku was persistent in getting hold of the light, and will overcome all darkness to get it and keep it. Yeah, he was consumed by Ansem, a heartless Xehanort. So, he was really obsessed with darkness, and was trying to actually fight back. And I guess later on he accomplished that, thanks to Sora defeating Ansem. Alright, number 2 coming up. Right before number 1, Sora. Well, this is probably a big shocker for you guys. Sora not number 1? He's a good character, and I respect him very much. But I have someone else in mind for number 1. As you all know, Sora is a hot-headed, light-hearted, and careful character. He's overcome trial over trial, using the light to solve his problems. He acts as the definition of light, basically, and suffers much. In the end, he makes it seem happy and joyful at the times of distress. Being the main protagonist in the series, he is destined to fight Master Xehanort himself, and put an end to all darkness he caused. But with his light in his heart, can he do it? Hopefully he can. Now, the final and best character, in my opinion, number 1. The best of the best, dual-wielding Roxas. Reason? Well, it's sort of personal, but general at the same time. See, for the personal part, Roxas was the first ever character I played as, because 358 was the first ever Kingdom Hearts game that I've purchased. So I didn't play Kingdom Hearts 1 yet, I didn't play Kingdom Hearts 2 yet, Retrain of Memories, none of that. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days was my first Kingdom Hearts game. Some of you may be sad for me, but it was a pretty cool game, and it has my respect. But yeah, generally I would think that Roxas would be the main character in the series, at least, if I knew there was a series. But it turns out he's not. He's just a counterpart, I guess, of the main character in the series. I learned that, that was pretty sad. But anyway, for the general part is that he actually suffered a lot. I mean, where do I start? He just wants to be alone. Maybe he used to want to serve for the organization time and time again, but that sort of backfired. But he just wanted to be with his friends Axel and Shion, having ice cream on the clock tower, and staying somewhere safe. Just hanging out with his friends, basically. But although his struggles, they were pointless to stop his fate. And, well, there's nothing to warn him of his fate. So he has my respect, because that's gotta be harsh, bro. Anyway, I guess that's going to be the end of today's NDC video. So if you enjoyed this countdown, please like to share your appreciation, comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe for some more countdowns on NDC or other video game countdowns. And we will see you in the next countdown.